Hi everyone, Lindsay here at Hedgie, and we are options markets on any token. Today I wanted to show you a little bit about who we are and what we're doing in this space. So first we have Sean, myself, and Alex. We're the three co-founders. Alex on the right, he has 6 years senior treasury management experience at WeWork, and together the three of us, we've worked in DeFi for 4 years, building applications for around 40,000 users and 2 million transactions. So we understand DeFi, we understand fintech, we understand treasury management. And that's why we're bringing options contracts to DeFi, unlike anyone else. So what are options? Real quick, they're sellable agreements. They give the buyer a right to buy your tokens, that's a call, or sell you tokens, that's a put, at a specific price by a certain date. Now these are more complicated than, say, spot trading. But it also means you can do a lot more with options in this space. And that's really important because it's something we desperately need. Here's an example. In this case, someone will pay you $500 to take all the profits on, in this case, 5,000 SERF, above a certain price before a certain date. That's a call option. Why would somebody have bought this? Well, in this case, it's leverage without liquidation. It essentially lets you take a longer position if the price goes up than, say, buying the tokens outright. Now, there are hundreds of ways you can apply options to DeFi. This is just one small example, but hopefully it gives you a frame to think about this as we show you the product. More importantly, though, why does DeFi need options? Well, on the top left, I like sharing this screenshot. This is the Gnosis vaults. Out of 50 billion in the Gnosis vaults, 46 billion of that is native tokens sitting idle. That means our industry is essentially paper rich and cash poor. The research I share here shows that as well, that we have a crisis in treasury management where we're basically not able to convert our native tokens to the currencies we need to, say, pay our employees or run a company in the way we need. And that's specifically because we just don't have the tools right now that you need to do that. On the bottom right, I also share this. This is just a degen in some group chat I'm in. He said, I went in all in on a 50x ETH long. Wish me luck. It was not options. I have no idea what he was using. But about 2 minutes later, he got totally liquidated. And I bring this up because we have degens in this space, people who are traders or wanting to get involved with like projects they like, but they just don't have those tools to do it in a responsible way either. And that's where we come in. We are that bridge between the sophisticated treasury management solutions, which are options, and the degens, the community members, the people who want to support these companies and projects. So enough talking about our platform. Let me actually show you what we do. In this case, this is a treasury management page. You might use this if you have a lot of native tokens and you want to start generating something from them. In this case, I want to generate runway capital with my native token. Let's click that. Okay, so I'm right here. What network? Come on, Phantom. Let's say I'll lock one BOO until November 26th to generate about $4 because that's how I roll. Now, let's say that if the price of my token increases in value substantially, I'll also be willing to sell that token. Let's click it and let's make it happen. Okay, so right there, I just sold a call. Now, treasury management people, they're not options traders, but they do want the job that options do. And that's kind of the bridge we're gapping right now. So right here, I just sold an option. It's processing, okay? Now, who would see this option? Right here, this is the other side. This is for our degens. This is the Hedgie, we internally call it the moon market. This is where you can see all of the, in this case, call options on our protocol, okay? In this case, I can see all the action on Avalanche, BSC, Ethereum, Phantom, Polygon, and XDAI. Let's say I want to connect to the XDAI network, 1, 2, and I'm on XDAI. Let's say I want to switch over to Phantom, 1, 2, Polygon, 1, 2, okay? Now, this is interesting because one of the problems with a lot of EVMs is aggregating that data and getting a good user experience. And I think that's something we've really tackled here, where we can show 6 networks in one place and let people interact with it in a seamless way. So let's say I want to buy this one. This is Dino. 3 Dino, if it increases in value, my 21 cents could go up to $4, $10, $100. Let me click that. 1, 2, 3. I just bought a call. And that's how easy we make it. Now let's go back to our other page right here. This is where I create things. It's also where we have our sophisticated trader pages. If you're an options trader, you want to buy calls or puts or sell calls or puts. This is where you can manage your full portfolio. It's also where you can see the analytics. Here you can see all of the action on our protocol. It's almost like a live traction page for us. On the left here, this is also bots we integrate. These are like push notifications for all the activity you do on our protocol. Anything you do shows up here and you can track it in real time. And that's a big value add for our users. So right now is a good time to jump back into the product and maybe show you a little bit about why this is built the way it is. So what are we trying to do here with our products? Simply, we're trying to build the rails for 9,000 tokens that have access to options markets. Okay, so you see our own UI today. And those are solutions that can easily onboard teams and traders and create those early markets in a way no one else is. To do that, you have to be the most flexible, most composable, the most scalable product. And that's exactly what we are. We're doing that in a way that no one else is. But then our main goal here is to be the rails that options are built on long term. That means you need to be permissionless, self-made markets, open source front ends, protocol level integrations. And that's the way we're thinking, not only to build ecosystems within our own UIs, but also to make Hedgie a protocol that people can build on and build options markets on. To capture 9,000 tokens, that's what you have to do. And we're doing that better than anyone else. But to go to market, we're going to start very simple. That's what we're doing today. We're focused on the DAOs, the token teams, the token funds. We have about 85 billion in native tokens that are just sitting idle because they don't have the tools to use them. We're going to unlock those through covered calls. Those are the products I showed you today. On the other side, we're tapping into those communities, those traders, those contributors. Those are the people who want access to these covered calls. And by connecting those two, we really drive a useful wedge in a market with a very specific product. And that's what's live today. So right now, our volume is growing. On the left here, you can see about 20 tokens. These are self-add tokens. You can just add them in a minute. You may see 20 here. That's already more than any other platform. Our volume is growing as well, with people adding liquidity to the protocol daily. In the middle here, teams are using it. We have DAOs passing proposals to use Hedgie in their treasury management solutions. On the right here, we have traders using it. These are people who are using Hedgie to trade options on low liquidity assets. This is something that before us just wasn't a possibility, and today it is. But this is only the beginning. Call options is our wedge, but there's so many things you can do with options to unlock value. Once we pull people into our ecosystem, get people building, push people to build new solutions on our protocol, we can really tap into some interesting things like insured token distribution, success contracts, claimable calls, safe token alternatives, buybacks, milestone-based bonuses. The things you can do with options are incredible, and it's something right now our space doesn't have. Our goal is to create value in bear and bull markets, and we're going to do that by creating value through real products that token teams can use, that traders can use, and that every person in the space finds value in. And that's how we get to 50 million in revenue. If we can lock 5 billion cumulative locked value, we can get to 45 billion in notional traded value. And that will get us to 50 million in fees collected by Hedgie at the protocol level. Thank you for the time. Reach out to us if you'd like to join us. Cheers.